that is actually me getting let go. And what was supposed to happen was, hey, I'm gonna film a day in my life of what my life has been up to. But little did I know, that was a meeting being me set up with no warning, no advance head notice of time, and I was let go like that.
Look, these guys are fucking resetting my MacBook, and I didn't touch anything. It just reset by itself. What the hell? It has not been the greatest couple of years for your boy. And there's pretty much one big elephant that I haven't really talked about. Like, I guess it's time to talk about it. Because the reality of it all is, the past couple videos, I'm still kind of in this weird loop pattern where I'm not myself. And I can feel it. And the last videos have been kind of a flop. Not only in terms of viewership, but I'm like, if I'm only gonna get 70 views, I might as well have fun, right? Might as well have fun and be the most realist me that I can be. Or at least try to be. But a lot of crazy stuff has happened. And I'm still trying to process everything. But there's a reason. There is a reaction and response to, you know, everything that has accumulated. And it almost broke me. Where I wanted to just, I guess, make videos and just pretend that, oh, it'll be all okay. Everything's okay, right? Because for me to go to my happy spot where I'm like, I'm gonna do what made me happy. But then it's like, if I don't really turn on the camera and I am myself, I just become this reoccurring thing that keeps on happening and happening. The more I give 1,000% of myself to, specifically in anything, I always end up losing completely who I am. And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, holy shit, I've become everything that I didn't want to be. I'm like 30, 31 this year. I look in the mirror, I'm getting a little older, even though I still look 24. I become a bitter old man that used to have so much fun picking up a camera. But then it's like, I turned what I love into what I started to hate. That was the most scariest part, man. The older you get, the more you realize nobody actually cares what the hell you're doing with your life. It's more so the narrative that you play it out and what you think other people are judging or caring. But just like I'm standing in the middle of nowhere, everybody has that same effect on them. Oh no, I got sand in my socks. Kind of forgot how to be me and do this for fun. It's that same feeling when I turn on the camera almost 10 years ago, where I was like, what the heck am I doing? Everyone's judging me. But I went with it anyways, and look how far, you know, I've come. Oh no, it's not on focus, bro. Like, there is a huge part of me that's like, taking what you love and turning it into a job, you just end up hating what you do. Because you use your powers to help capitalism, to help other people get rich and famous. I started to go more behind the scenes, and I worked for other influencers. I made videos for them. I became a strategist because I was around other marketers. I'm like, this is the way to do it.
This is how you should do it. And because I didn't have a sense of self, I was so easily influenced by the people and things that people said. But deep down at my core, all I wanted to do, man, was just make silly content. I had to take an opportunity that I'm like, hey, this would look good for my career. This is a safe play to do. And I have nothing to lose. I signed with one of the biggest companies out there to create their own YouTube videos. And this was the most corporate and biggest company that I have ever worked for. The thing was, it was initially a 6-month contract with the hopes of potentially bringing someone on full time. This position itself was I was supposed to work with someone that would also help me out with creating their YouTube channel. But you know me, all the experience that I've come from, the blood, sweat, and tears that I've put in, all of that is self-taught. So for me to get an opportunity where I'm like, hey, I'm finally going to get to work for a company and, I'll have a lot more help on my hands, and it would be a good way to be like, hey, this is my way of retiring from the content game. Little and behold, this 6-month job and this person that I was supposed to be working for, they couldn't find that person yet. So the first 6 months of this gig was me working 40 plus hours trying to set up their YouTube channel. Why am I putting so much blood, sweat, and tears? Because I wanted to have a job? Because I believe that I couldn't do what it is for me? So, I work my butt off to make sure this channel goes well. I film, I script, I direct everything. 6 months go by, the channel is actually picking up a little bit of momentum because, hey, it looks like I know what I'm doing. They finally hire this person that I'm supposed to be working with. This person is supposed to know YouTube inside and out. The people that within this company, they did not value YouTube. They're like, hey, this person can write scripts and they will be your manager. This person has full-time salary, right? Making way more than I am. And guess what? They have never, ever picked up the camera, press record, be in front of the camera, let alone manage any sort of marketing scheme to build a YouTube audience. And they got in that role because they knew certain people. And me, being the immigrant person, being still naive in the corporate world, I built their foundation. Because when you work for people, you bring on people who build stuff. I build stuff. So from that opportunity, I was like, why do I have to work so hard off the bat without any source of security in whether or not I should keep working here or not? This other person who has zero experience when it comes to YouTube content creation. They don't even watch YouTube. The more bitter and resentful I became, because this person, I knew exactly what they were doing now. They were playing dumb. They were playing out the cards right, trying to sucker up every single person of power. And then me looking back, it's just like all my relationships. I was like, I should have left this gig, this job, long time ago. There's a lot of nepotism in corporate culture, if you don't know. Not a lot of people there are based on merit. It's based on a lot of how they can use their mouth. For me to be able to take what I love and turn it into a corporate job, I was like, how can I... Hold up. There's a tractor coming by. Just let him... Unfairness for a job that I'm not passionate about? Sure, it is what it is. But when it came to helping someone with their YouTube channel and having that sense of not being treated with respect, being taken advantage of when it came to the YouTube content, where I literally grinded my ass off, did everything that I could, self-taught, self-made, to get to where I am today, and to have someone that's privileged, to have no experience, jumping into the captain's seat, a sour taste in my mouth. And instead of me being like, hey, I know my worth, peace out, I stayed because it was comfy. because it was another paycheck. Because I turned what I love so much into a job. Like, I come from a place where nothing was ever given to me, and I had to work for everything that I've had. And my goal maybe didn't make sense in terms of a business plan. And be like, getting rich and famous, taking care of mom and pops, figuring out the rest. And because I come from a poor background, a lot of my decisions came from scarcity. And I truly forgot that, man, I actually like talking to a camera, you know? I'm just figuring it out and come along the journey of me resetting everything now that I'm 30 or entering my 30s, you know? Because for so long, I chose a path of least resistance because that's what I was supposed to do. Living in one of the most expensive cities, you kind of have to. It's hard not to fall into the trap of this is what it's like to be an adult.